record. Sorry about that. All right, so when I go to education, when I'm working up my ePortfolio, I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And I'm just seeing if there's anybody that's saying that there's that you can't see. All I did was first of all, I used Chrome. And I don't use Edge or anything else. So, and I'm putting in the whole entire St. John's University with the comma when I log in, because the system has to find my university. And here we are. I want to log in. And I'm logging in. I've been in here multiple times. So I am going to look for Luke Hinka. Yeah. So this is what I should be seeing when I start grading your ePortfolios. And let's see if it comes up. So here's Luke's. He's got a professional picture. Well, it's not professional, but he looks professional in it. His introduction here. He has a required resume and professional philosophy. But look at how he has this drop-down menu for the learning goals. Learning goal 1, foundations, information resources. Goal 3 is organization. So when you're setting up your ePortfolio, if you have one folder located on your desktop that has each of the learning goals hashed out something like this, so that the faculty member grading your ePortfolio can easily go to that. It's my suggestion that you organize it, or you organize it like this, simply because it's just really good. And then let me go back to so when you go back to here, if you just do a Google for ALA Core Competencies 2021, you'll get this document. I would go ahead and start thinking about maybe organizing my subfolders like this, so that you have 9 learning goals set up like this. And I would go ahead and just start plopping in or dropping perhaps the Hidden Heritage Collection blog that you do under social justice. So what does this then look like for your ePortfolio? Well, let me go ahead and oh, you're not seeing the screen. Sorry. All right. So let me see. Share screen share. Okay, sure. You guys just yell out and say something, because my GA's not here today. All right, can you see my screen for you should see Luke, a DLIS ePortfolio. Very good. Okay. So I'm being told that you can see this. All right, so when you construct your ePortfolio for DLIS, which is required of everybody for graduating, please, I would try to set it up like this, right? So where you've got your professional image and there's contrast, high contrast. But specifically, when you do your learning goals, or you construct your ePortfolio with your learning goals, do it something like this. So it's learning goal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you've got like a little blurb that coincides with what that learning goal is. So just like Luke does here. And I'm hoping that this makes sense. Now, let me stop sharing and show you the rubric in terms of how I grade. This is what you want to do. So let me go back to the rubric or the LibGuide. And I'll go ahead and share my screen. All right. Share. All right. So here is a DLIS LibGuide right here. And so every time, whenever you get to figuring out how am I going to be graded? How do I want to construct my ePortfolio? Look at the DLIS ePortfolio rubric. So this is going to have to be something that we revamp. This is exactly what you want to do. If you want to pass, please try to go ahead and focus on the excellent column. For right now, what you want to do is you want to first of all say for your selection of your artifacts, something along the lines of this artifact demonstrates evidence of student achievement for learning goal number 1, because, and pull out just a statement of whatever that learning goal title is, and then go into your description. So I would say outright, right at the beginning with your description of your artifacts that you're plopping down is this artifact or this hidden heritage collection blog, or this artifact demonstrates my achievement in learning goal, say number 3, organization of information, recording information and knowledge, and then stop, and then go into point 1. Basically, what did you do in constructing the artifact? So you want to clearly explain the purpose of the artifact and what, when, and who, and it answers the questions, what you did and why you did it. And then for the reflection statement, which is a separate component of your ePortfolio, but within that same page, and I'll show you Luke's in a minute, you want to explain for the reflection statement how the project was significant, successes and failures, if any, and what was learned. But you want to make sure you couch what was learned within the context of the learning goal. Remember, everything's linking back to that learning goal. And I want to see a clear analysis of professional growth. So if you have on your desktop one folder that says DLIS Learning Goals or DLIS ePortfolio, and then subfolders labeled LG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for all 9, soon to be 9 possibly, DLIS Learning Goals, which are crosswalked directly to the ALA Core Competencies. Go ahead and plug your artifacts, whatever artifact you're working on, into one of those folders, then open a Word document and answer these questions, like right there on the spot, so you don't forget it. So you take the rubric and you just answer on the spot what you did and why you did it, and successes, failures, and professional growth. So let me go ahead and show you how Luke constructed his DLIS ePortfolio, so that he is clearly articulating in his indication what artifact he's using to demonstrate student achievement within that particular learning goal, and his descriptive statement and his reflective statement. What did I do? All right, so let me share my screen again. All right, so if I go to one of Luke's learning goals, I'll go to the, all right, can you see my screen? You should see Luke in here. If I go to learning goal, say learning goal number 3, organization of information, look at how he chunked out his information. Let me move you guys over. So he has, let me just make this a little smaller. So he has here, learning goal, this is how he chunked it out. Goal 3, demonstrate an ability to organize, record knowledge and information. His artifact is over here on the left-hand side. This is an assignment he had to do with me and LAS 257, archival representation. Here's his description. He says this finding aid assignment satisfies program goal 3B, demonstrated ability to organize, record knowledge and information. What I would do differently is not say 3B. I would say learning program goal 3 and address the whole the whole learning goal, and then drill down into 3B, right? So I would address the whole learning goal first. He tells what he did then. It's kind of long, but it cuts off really, really well down here. And then he has his reflection statement, which is really good, right? He checks off all of the points for the rubric that was presented. And his references, they need to be formatted in APA citation format. And we are at the 7th edition now, so APA 7th edition. I'm assuming that when we redo the rubric and everything this summer, I'm assuming, or by March, whatever Dr. Vorbach wants us to do, we are going to be doing, we're going to be maintaining the same APA formatting that's required for the DLIS learning goal. All right, so to recap really quick, because I did have my share off, and I apologize for that. Let me go ahead and share again. Anybody that's participating or is brand new to DLIS learning, DLIS, or will not be graduating at any time, let's say this year right now, but anytime before fall, this doesn't apply to you. But if you are going to be graduating afterwards, yeah, all right, share screen. Remember that when I go back to mail, all right, what we're going to be doing is, so we're trying to find out right now from ALA when the newer draft of the ALA Core Competencies, which is right here, is going to be passed, because we want to know what we need to prepare for in terms of our learning goals and being able to meet ALA accreditation, which is in 2025, so 3 years away. So it's going to happen fast. And Karen's understanding is that the program goals, or the ALA Core Competencies, will be reviewed this summer at their annual meeting, right? That's what we know. And then these are our instructions, right? So yep, it'll take place at the annual meeting in June. But Jim seems to think that the draft of the ALA Core Competencies that is currently under review is pretty much solidified. So tomorrow during my faculty meeting, I'll know more about what our timeline is in terms of, am I on the committee, who's on the committee, what faculty members are on the committee for preparing an assessment of our program goals and how they align with or will be aligned with the new publication from ALA, which is something we'll be discussing March 29th at our next faculty meeting. And so right now, we are going to be reviewing this draft of ALA Core Competencies, but anybody that's going to be graduating this semester, you're safe in that this is what you're establishing your ePortfolio around and nothing more. So basically until the LibGuide changes, which is right here, the DLIS LibGuide changes, nobody's going to be doing anything different in the construction of their ePortfolio until we've assessed and updated the DLIS program goals once again, and provided all of our you guys with the supporting documents you need to construct your ePortfolios, which are the MSLIS program goals and outcomes, the curriculum map, and the ePortfolio rubric. So that might be as clear as mud right now. I'm not sure. So if anybody has any questions, I'll take them for the next few minutes, and then I will stop recording. And I have this lecture, this like little meet and greets for the ePortfolio and coming changes posted under the Zoom Abouts link in the homepage of each section of LAS 203 and within the museum informatics class. So if you want to ask a question, just go ahead and shout it out or put it in the text box, type it in the chat box, and I'll go ahead and get you. Okay, so I don't see any questions coming into the text box or anything like that. All right, so one note on assignments really quick. Somebody have a question?
It's rude.
Somebody has their mic on. I don't think you realize that, but just really quick note on assignments for LAS 203. If you have not yet received an email with UCC'd on it and an email to your community partner, you will, because you like to send out a thank you note to your community partners to say, hey, thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I CC you on all that just for a matter of transparency. Your copyright assignment is also due tomorrow. It's the 22nd, yes. And then for LAS 258, the museum informatics course, your metadata construction is due tomorrow too. I see that 4 students have already submitted that. If any of you have questions on the metadata assignment for LAS 258, the museum informatics course, please make sure that you go to last week's synchronous recording and review that video, because I go into that at length. All right, so I appreciate you guys showing up, especially on when campus is closed and you're on vacation today. But the only days that I expect that I will not have a synchronous meeting is if, and I got to look at the dates again, spring break and Easter. If spring break and Easter fall on a Monday, I just won't have it that week. I'm thinking though that spring break, it doesn't start until like Wednesday, like in the middle of the week, in which case then I will have the synchronous meetings on those days. So I hope you find this helpful in terms of your DLIS ePortfolio. And I will continue to go over your ePortfolio so that you're not struggling at last minute in terms of, well, I don't understand how to do this. All right. And so I'm answering all the questions that I can and letting you just know what's going on in terms of as much information I have with the ALA Core Competencies changing, and then by default, the impact it's going to have on our DLIS Learning Goals. All right. So I'm going to stop recording now, and this marks the end of our synchronous discussion, but I appreciate you guys showing up. I stop.